Hey everybody, I'm Griffin here, and welcome back to DemonCrawl. We are giving Endless Multiverse a chance here. I'm not, is there one of these that's maybe better for a long-term game? Oh, find souls instead of normal hearts when you are injured. I think I like finding souls, especially if this is going to go for a while. I don't know... Okay, we've got a whole bunch of new daily missions. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. It says if I'm injured. I should just use that. Interesting. I think that must be just a new thing. There have been updates, like a good number of updates, since I last played. And by a good number, I mean I've seen downloads happening. So I guess I have to be injured to find souls. If you are injured. Okay, so I need to take an injury early. And I want to be like perpetually injured. Okay. Oh, right, crap. I'm a dummy. I kinda didn't want to take damage. Oh yeah, that's an interesting one. So I could die if I get hit again. And I actually might die. I made a mistake. Like, I'm not guaranteed to get out of this alive. I want to be injured, but not so injured that one hit will kill me. See, that's what I want. I want to find souls. So being injured is actually really good. Okay, there are 2 monsters left, one of which is here. Cool. We basically want to get this super high, and we also want to get our defense super high. And then arguably we're unkillable. Alright. Nothing wrong with that. Finding souls is just really good. It also means that I always want to be one injured. This is really intense, actually. Okay, I am not guaranteed safety. There's 2 monsters left. It's 50-50. It's just 50-50 at that point. So maybe I do want some hearts. Keep finding those souls. It's good that that worked out that way. Right, there are 3 monsters left. We could die. Okay, so one of them is here. 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 So this should be safe. This touches all 3, so that's safe. Booyah! That was some straight up good logic right there. Special stage. Let's go to that. Okay, this is what I thought. None of those seem very good to me. Alright, let's try the shop with 34 coins. That's usually enough to do stuff. Excuse me. That's interesting. The sum value of the target gain a revive. Okay. Okay, I like that actually. Okay, we have to try and find a 3x3 grids who sum to 21. That is our mission. Okay, it feels like it shouldn't be too hard to do. Said feels, doesn't mean it's accurate. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to do so much math. I don't know if it includes hidden stuff. 21 is a relatively high number to pull off. Does it say the sum of visible numbers? Target visible. Okay. Gonna have to do so much math. Okay. 7, 10, 15. Ooh, okay, this is actually gonna be a lot harder than I think it is. This music is pretty nice though. 6, 12, 17. Yeah, I need like at least 4s. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with this. Crap. Alright. 4 through 7, 10, 16, 13, 16. So this needs to be a 5, which would be very unfortunate and also nearly impossible. This is a problem. It makes mathing this out very difficult. It's one of these, one of these, one of these. But if we know there's 3 left, then we, or if there's 2 left, right, we could figure that out. We could gain something out of it. That is even less helpful. Actually, it means there's 1 here. Oh wow, I just straight fucking died. It high rolled a 4. Alright, why did it make that noise? Don't know why it made that noise. Oh, we got enough time. I mean, I don't know. I'm not terribly sold on endless mode already for a couple reasons, but primarily it's just I kind of feel like I'm done with the game. But that's me. That was a guess, by the way. That was a guess. That's right, I do have to get hit. Or I do want to get hit. Even if it's just once. Oh shoot. For some reason I thought that was a monster, even though it clearly wasn't.
Oh, hi.
Was it smart to get hit there? No, but I want to get hit sooner rather than later, so I can start reaping the benefits of my talent, or whatever we want to call it. How does that work? Or what? Okay. I guess it does kill them, which is worth something. Ew. That's ridiculous. I mean, Yeah, but how often am I gonna do that? Like, it's an interesting idea, but
Oh, hi.
how often are there visible monsters? Cool. It's not a useful thing anyway. Okay, that could be useful. Oh. Really? I messed that up pretty poorly, actually. Now would be a great time to start finding hearts. This is actually pretty abysmal. Okay, there are 4 monsters left. One is there. One is there. One is there. Unknown. One is there. One is there. This is safe. Cool, I'm going to die. I'm going to be on a 50-50. And that's not even the only 50-50. There's one there. One there. One there. One there, one there. Okay, so these are safe. But yeah, we're on a giant 50-50. Cool. I've died a lot so far. It's been pretty bad. It's been my fault, but I mean, it's kind of always true, though. Okay. It's not particularly useful in my opinion, but I want to be injured, if you remember. And I can only take 1 damage in this stage, so there's that. Definitely do not want to go into the shop just yet. Wow, this is the definition of a garbage start, by the way. Okay, I mean, that is very good. Don't ask me why I stored the drugs in the vault, I really don't care. They're not useful. Well, let me rephrase that. They're useful in very, very niche situations, of which I do not expect to be in. Mostly because I expect to die, but that's a different issue. See, this... Okay, there's 3 left. Turns out we can get that to work. We're at the right amount of injured. Fine, let's do the Waygate. What's up? Blossoming Vale, let's go. I think this is the last stage. Okay. Oh, this guy's gonna kill himself. Hondo %. Sad part is, I don't care. Yeah, I have no reason to care. It does make things like slightly more annoying to deal with. Okay, I don't see the benefit in that gamble at all. I guess you could use it in the end game. Okay. Now all we've got left is this. This is just tedious. So 2 of those, there are 8 monsters, so I can't really guess. 2 of those. Actually, wait, we know 1 of those, which means that. That's not helpful. Corner. Okay, there's 1 thing adjacent to that corner. I'm trying to decide if the 50-50 here will help me. It could. Cool. Wait, that was already adjacent to 4 things. Oh, no, it wasn't. Right. Now I know it was. Cool. We're just going to keep unlocking that mastery. Level up. We got a crab. Big, what was that one? Meaty claws. Okay, 46 should be enough to go to the shop. Okay. You know, I actually like this. If we ever get super injured, we'll get healed. Okay. Wait, there are divine items now? I don't know how I feel about that. Yes, crows, I hear you. Cool. Oh, completed in under 56 seconds. I guess that's an achievement. I did, or a thing. Ew. Fuck you, game.
Do you want to bet?
Wait, leave brass knuckles. Which are the brass knuckles? Power cord any cell. I don't even know what that means. Okay, so if we do happen to be healed, we have some benefits. So for a second I was just like, wait a minute. One, two, three, four. So there are two in here. Okay, that works. Mostly I want to finish this to see what happens that makes this... I don't even know. Problem is I think that they stay forever. Like, I can't just leave my omen behind. I don't know if any of these... Oh, I'm dumb. I just didn't notice that. See, because I can take the rosary. Oh, it's not going to let me take it, actually. Not until, or just because I didn't pop it over something. Yeah, that's too much. Actually... Annoying. So now it's all of this bullshit. There's definitely one in here, which means there's one in here. Oh, wait. Okay, so... Okay, this is a thing. Okay. I think this is mathable. But more accurately, I know there's nothing there. Which means I know something's there. Which means I know nothing's there. I know these are safe. There are 3 monsters left. Okay, I'm gonna have to get hit. Ow. There's 1 monster left. Alright, so where's my rosary? There you go. Oh, we returned to full life. Okay. Here's the question. Okay, I don't lose life. Okay, I mean, that's something. I don't know, I'm pretty, I don't know, not sold on this, but... Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. Oh, whatever. Okay, I really don't like this mod. Oh, I'm bad. Ew. Oh. Alright, I'm done. It's flagging random cells. It's flagging literal random cells. It's bad. Oh my god. Alright, so okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. This is not fun. They ruined this. Okay, so this I mean, I guess I come back with full lives, but if I make one more mistake, I'm dead, so... And I've taken enough damage that I don't know which cells I can trust anymore, which means that what they want me to do is they want me to unflag everything and go things. Okay, so let's talk about let's talk about DemonCrawl, because this is the last episode. We're 35 minutes in. I was trying endless mode, and I'm kind of done. So let's talk about DemonCrawl. So first off, let me go ahead and say that overall I do enjoy this game. I think there's a lot of fun in here, but I really don't think that it's a game that I can play with any seriousness in mind, for two reasons. Well, at least two reasons. Two that I can immediately think of. The first one is that the randomness is fucking real. Like, I get that a roguelike is supposed to be random, but there is a concept of skill caps, right? And the problem is, okay, the problem of the random is fucking real is that the only way that they can mitigate Minesweeper skill is with random. And that's because Minesweeper is kind of a solved game. Like, you know at any certain moment, generally, you can very, in my opinion, very easily get to the state where you can solve Minesweeper. Like, you can do a good job. You can know whether or not you can safely make a move or not. I think that that's relatively easy to do. It does take practice. And like I remember when I started playing DemonCrawl, I was definitely worse at Minesweeper than I am now. There's a couple different like nuances of if you've got a 1, and a 2, next to each other in your starting block, you can eliminate you can definitely mark the 1 on the far side of the 2, and then mark the 1 on the left side of the far right 1. But I don't know if that makes any sense, but like you can do a lot of that math to figure out. Actually, that's the left side of the left. Anyway, you can do that math, and you can figure out whether or not you're in a safe state, or whether... Sorry, this is going to bug me. Or you can figure out whether or not you are taking a guess. And generally, it's relatively easy to figure out what your chances are in your guesses. I think there are certain, like, different things that you can use to your advantage here, like knowing the number of mines left, or monsters in this case, and figuring out what's safe based on that. Being able to hold in your head, there's 1 in these 3 squares, which means this. Like, there are some of those things that you learn and you get better at as you go, but at a certain point, you're as good as you're going to get at Minesweeper. You can't magically logic out Minesweeper when the math isn't there. You just can't. You can only take the best chances that you can, and that means that your skill ceiling is very, very low, especially compared to something that is more actiony. And that's kind of the downside of a turn-based thing, is it's very logical, it's very brain heavy, and Minesweeper's just not that deep. It's just not that deep. It can't support it. So the only way that they can mitigate that is randomness. And I'm not going to say that they don't tell you that. Like, at one point, I don't even remember where it is, there was a warning that was just like, not all of these are 100% solvable without making a mistake. Which is acceptable. They are very aware of this randomness and how it has to be. And their whole idea was that, hey, if we add items into the game, it then lets you do things. And by not making 100% solvable, like safely solvable puzzles, like that instigates a randomness. And of course, you hate that moment where you're playing Minesweeper and you've got a 50-50 and you just lose because in normal Minesweeper you only have 1 life. And obviously in DemonCrawl you can have multiple lives. So you kind of have this up and down sort of thing of it's random, but I can beat it and get through randomness that I normally wouldn't be able to because there's a life system, there's a health system. But a lot of the items are super random. And like the stage mod that we just had, randomly switching flags of things. Now, this is going to be arguably my pet peeve. That doesn't necessarily mean that this is bad, but that last stage, that mod, fuck that mod. Anything that fucks with the information that you have on the board can go die in a fire. There's the one mod that says like 3 of our tiles are lying. Those mods can die in a fucking fire. Minesweeper is a game about marking things and doing things logically. When you do that, the only thing, the last mod, when we were just doing, the only thing that mod does is say, hey, you took damage. unflag everything and then reflag it again. That is the only way that you can play that safely. And that's not fun. That's not good design, because that's just making something tedious, and I don't think that's helpful. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. The false information one, just no. Just no. I get how it seems like a clever idea. I get it. I really do. I get why that sounds appealing. But I think this might just be, I don't want to say that I'm a Minesweeper elitist, because I don't think that I am. I hope that I'm not. But like, if I want to play Minesweeper, I want to do something logically, and to have the game lie to me about those things, especially when there's situations where you can't discern that it's lying, it's just not fun. It makes it tedious. It sucks the fun out of it for me, because I like going a little bit fast. I like maybe playing a little bit loose. Like, I die a lot. I'm not going to say that I'm perfect at this game. But when the board lies to me, I really don't like it. Really don't like it. It would bug me significantly less if that mod was just unflagging stuff and not flagging random things. I might find it interesting if the things that it flagged were correct. That it would either unflag flagged cells or flag monster cells, like flag correct cells. I would find that interesting, because if you got something wrong, if you take a hit, you could get something good out of it. I like that. It's just fucking random can just die, especially because I'm one of the people who clicks on the numbers to do the math, right? To check what cells are in effect. Like, I love that feature of this game. I'll be the first one to tell you I fucking love that. I don't even know if normal Minesweeper does that. I haven't even checked, because I don't think I ever thought that it did. If it does, amazing. I'm glad that they used it here. If it didn't do it, then DemonCrawl fucking nailed it, and that was an amazing quality of life feature to add into the game. But the randomness is fucking real, and some of the items, some of the things are just way too random, and they just throw that skill cap completely out the window. And for my personal tastes, it's not really what I'm looking for in a game. Once again, that's me. I think that this is one of those things that you could definitely disagree with me on, and I would not fault you for it, because this is really just how you approach a game. As much as I like turn-based and brain-heavy roguelikes, I can't pretend that I don't appreciate what is generally a higher skill cap in the action-based games, because they have things like reflex and quick decision-making to fall back on to add further depth to the skill cap. Whereas DemonCrawl literally has just the mechanics of Minesweeper, which Minesweeper's a simple game. So if you're trying to add depth to a game that's very simple, it's hard to do. I don't think they did a bad job. I just think there are a couple things that really exacerbated the problems. Some of them being stage mods, some of them being various omens and items. I really can't come up with a list of them here. I'm not going to page through all the ones that I have seen, because there's probably a few that I haven't seen that are either crazy broken in a good ways or crazy broken in bad ways. The second reason that the second problem that I have with DemonCrawl is really kind of that whole skill cap thing. It kind of wrapped into the first bit, but those are the first things that came to my mind. If I still want to fill out the second point and have like a second point, I did try playing DemonCrawl on mobile. I didn't really like it. I went on vacation recently. I didn't have access to my computer, and I thought I would download it before I went. Just give it a try, see if I, could maybe use DemonCrawl as like that default app that I pop to on my phone, without right-click, left-click, and WASD to move around the board. It was really clunky, and it didn't resonate with me a lot, because I'm one of those people I use my finger to drag things around, and so I would try and pan the board, but long click is to reveal something. So there were many times that I would be trying to pan the board and open a cell, and if there was a monster in it, obviously I'd get hit, and if not, it's like, oh, I randomly found this cell. So yeah, definitely not right for me. The control scheme just wasn't didn't mesh with me. I think there are a couple mods that I think really translate poorly as well. The dark mod, where everything is dark except for what your mouse is over, in this game I think works pretty well. In the PC game, I think works pretty well, because you're moving your mouse around. It's not really hurting you in that regard. All it does is limiting the information that you have. So it's yes, more tedious, and I guess this is gonna go against my previous point a little bit. It's a little bit more tedious, but it's not like super tedious. It just means that you're more focused in one area. It's harder to bounce back and forth. I can imagine with other stage mods it could make things difficult. It's just harder to keep track of everything that's going on. But this is a game where you don't necessarily have to keep track of everything that's going on, so it's not that big of a deal. In the mobile version, it's like where your finger was last touching is where it is, and this further exacerbated that problem of I'm trying to look around and not accidentally open cells. So yeah, that's the stage mod that made me put it down on mobile and go, yeah, I'm not playing this on mobile. So once again, that's me. Now, the things that I like about this game are a lot higher than the things that I don't like. Once again, I love Minesweeper. It's a really fun game. Obviously, once you get decent at it, you gain it's a little bit less fun. Making a giant Minesweeper board to only die in the last, 2 because you've got a 50-50 shot on it, right? Like, that's not fun. And that kind of sucks. So in the end, Minesweeper just sort of falls off and you stop playing it. DemonCrawl gave me another reason to revisit Minesweeper, to further improve my logic on it, and to play a little bit of a roguelike. Like, I liked a lot of the things that went down here. There's a lot of solid mechanics in here that really play off each other well. I guess I would say, like, the picking different things about your character. I guess you can do classic, right? Which is basically... Oh, there's a 100% solvable button on that. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever hit classic or if I've been paying attention. But having different quests is interesting, going from stage to stage, having coins to buy things. Your things here, I don't know the sigils. Like, I don't know sigils because we don't have any. I don't know how to get them. I'm not particularly keen to find out. Just because I'm kind of done with the game at this point. But a lot of the stuff, a lot of the items really did neat things. The fact that you had a health pool, you could increase your health pool, you could add defense. Like, those are pretty solid mechanics, I think. The omens, I could take or leave. I mean, obviously they're supposed to be bad effects, but they were basically just unavoidable, right? Like, when you open a chest, like, I think that the omens, I think that really most of the shops should have been omen shops. Like, you get this omen, but you also get this item. Like, I think that works better than just, oh, you opened a chest. It could have been $6, could have been $8, could have been $10, could have been an item, but it's an omen. I guess I'm back to negative things. I'm all over the place, per usual. Like, a lot of the items that are there are great, and I like them. Downside is the omens. Obviously, they're meant to be bad and inhibit your run, but because you don't have a choice about when to pick them up, kind of sucks. I guess I'm trying to do a compliment sandwich thing. So that was a downside, is that omens are kind of shitty, and I don't like the way that you acquire them. The other positives, I mean, I guess I really can't overstate how much I enjoy playing Minesweeper, and like, this is a great conduit for that. There's a lot of, like, I enjoy that progressive logic and exploring the board and getting through, and I enjoy that quite a bit. So they made it more fun. And sorry, like, finding discrete comments or compliments is hard. It's really hard. Mostly because the enjoyment that I get is from the very simple thing of being able to play Minesweeper with a twist. Like, I very much enjoy that. And it sounds like I'm being really negative and ragging on DemonCrawl a lot, but I like it. Overall, I liked it. I think I've burned myself out on it because I think that happens when you play it as much as I have. It's not even that I played it in a short bit. It's more that I played it consistently over a long time. And it's just reached the point where I'm like, yeah, it kind of didn't feel like playing DemonCrawl, but I've got an episode to release tomorrow, so that's what I'm going to do. That's what today's episode kind of was. I was like, I said I'd try Endless, so I'll try it. I have other games, other puzzle games that I really want to get into. That's not me saying that I'm not going to come back to DemonCrawl and mess with it in a little bit. But yeah, a couple other downsides. There's two more that I've got on my mind that I want to get off my chest before I call this one. The first one is the updates. I like that they're continuously updating the game. I think that's cool, but they also are adding a bunch of stuff, and it doesn't feel like it's been explained very well. Like the sigils, completely new. No idea what they are. Did I read the patch notes? Okay, I'll admit I didn't read the patch notes. But the game itself doesn't explain them very well. If I was a new player, nothing explained it. Like after the biggest update that was recently, that's after that is when I tried mobile. So mobile had the new layout and stuff like that. And yeah, none of that stuff was ever explained. So I don't really know how much I like some of these updates and how they've come out. They've been adding new items and new things, which is good. I think that's good. But yeah, overall, it hasn't made the game more fun. The updates just... I don't know, like, as it stands, I can't think of anything that they could explicitly add to the game in terms of items or omens that make it better. They just make the randomness a little bit wider, which maybe that's good, maybe that's bad, maybe it makes things more consistent, maybe it makes them less consistent. I don't really know if the devs have a specific goal or a metric in mind, or if they're just saying, hey, that would be a cool item and I'd like to add it. I don't think anything's explicitly wrong with any of those approaches, but I don't actually know what their approach is, so it's hard to look at an update. Like, an update downloaded before this episode, I have no idea what it did. None. It's just how it is. I think that it's good that they're doing updates, but I think it's bad that some of the stuff that they've updated just hasn't been clear. Like, I mean, I kind of liked the UI swap up that they kind of did for the quests and stuff, but yeah, it's kind of eh. The last problem that I kind of have with the game is its unlock/progression rate. It's just, it feels like such a pay-to-win game. Like, I know it's not. I absolutely know that it's not a pay-to-win game, but like these pick up tokens, spend tokens in the shop, daily missions, like, that's not something that I particularly enjoy in a game, because it feels like it's feeding on that attempt to be addictive. And to me, it's not a game that really meshes with that. It's not a game where returning daily is what I want to do with it. So it just kind of, I don't know, it lands poorly in my mind. Like, it's one of those things that I like the game in spite of, not because of. Just like, yeah, I don't really care about this whole token mechanic and buying things and unlocking things like that. It's just, it's not something that I care about, like, at all. So this is there's a lot of opinion in here. I very much think that DemonCrawl is a good game that many people can enjoy. I think that many people will like different parts of it. At least the more underlying parts of it. If you don't like Minesweeper, you're not going to like DemonCrawl. But I think you can like DemonCrawl and not like the quest system or the sigil system or the unlock system. Like, I think that that's totally legit and that it makes sense. But like this, where is it? This is kind of what I'm talking about. Oh, this isn't a great example. I'm trying to find the good example, right? I don't even know what I just did. Here. I guess it's just the token shop, right? Like this. I look at this and I just go, this is dumb. I don't even know what currency this is. Why? Once again, don't even know what currency this is. But this seems stupid. Once again, why am I buying these? I guess that is token. Okay, it's just because they're square and they're not actually square. Like, 500? Why? Like, I don't know. This, like, I don't like this. I don't like this as a method of unlocking things. Like, I unlocked it. Let me just unlock it. Let it be unlocked. Why do I have to spend tokens? It's because you want me to keep coming back and, you know, checking out the daily missions so that I can unlock more things. Because you want me to redeem a code to get more tokens, I guess? Like, I don't know. This unlock method just doesn't do anything for me. I have no desire. I've played a lot and I have 25 tokens. Jesus Christ. How much do you have to play to get to 500? Like, that sort of thing is probably what rubs me the most about this. Is like just that mobile game. I'm trying to addict you. I want you to keep coming back. Because I bought this on Steam, right? I bought it on Steam. I have the no ads mode. When I downloaded it on mobile, I didn't download it via Steam or anything because that's not a thing. So I had like the ad mode, right? And it's just like, oh, I clearly now see what's going on here. They want you to play a whole bunch so that you watch ads and make them money, which I'm not going to yell at you for trying to make money, but it's that sort of scheme. And I say scheme trying to not make it sound terribly evil, because it's one of those things where it's like, if you really hate ads, just buy the game. So you don't have to look at ads. But I don't know. I feel like the fact that they're doing that prevents them from doing interesting things for unlocks, because picking up tokens from doing daily quests and this and that, like, Minesweeper is only so deep. Even if you add items and quests and randomness to it and health, it's still only so deep of a game. It does not warrant this much playtime. And like, that's like, I'm gonna put this game down. I might come back to it now and again and play for an hour or two, but there's no way I'm playing DemonCrawl on a daily basis just so that I can get the daily quest, or every 3 days, because I think they come back one every day. Like, I'm not playing that way, and I don't see a particular reason why I would, but maybe that's because I don't have as much patience for a repetitive game. Maybe I don't actually like Minesweeper as much as I think I do. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I do want to reinforce that overall, I do enjoy DemonCrawl. I think it's a good game. I think there's a lot that's done right here, especially for an adaptation of a classic game that didn't have nearly as much entertainment value as you would expect. There's a lot more entertainment value here than just base Minesweeper. And I think there's a lot of cool game design elements in here. And despite its flaws, it ends up as a net positive. So that's my opinion on DemonCrawl. I know that I've just talked about DemonCrawl for 25 minutes. I hope that it was helpful to you. If you're still on the fence about whether or not you want to play it, really I should just have my discussions about these as a separate video. Maybe I'll do that someday. But today is not that day. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you next time with something brand spanking new. But until then, keep your gears turning.